Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Miss de Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job, but this time he was acting a bit strange and angry.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me, but that's a lie.
Obviously. Your clothes are well mended and you can read. Your parents may be poor, but you are loved.
Yeah, well, it's just the two of us now. My mother died when I was a little one.
And that's just one more reason for not leaving you. Your father doesn't seem the irresponsible type. He's very good to you.
Well, that's right. But he has no fixed work, so he often takes odd jobs for the day, 'cause that's all he can find. Only this time, he didn't come home.
Strange. In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself. What do you mean, sir?
Nothing. I was digressing. Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
We need to help Tom find his father, Holmes.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire. A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful. Watson documents our adventures in here. Watson documents our adventures in here. These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk. Whitechapel High Street. Excuse me, how can I get to Dorset Street? Is it far?
You're heading the wrong way. You need to go back and then go through the arch.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I don't know go with this bugger everybody.
The factory. The little one's only 70.
Take a photo. Yeah, whatever.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheap!
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what meat tastes like.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Commercial Street. Commercial Street. Commercial Street.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
Chamber Street. Union Street. Old Montague Street. Old Montague Street.
Oh, vegetable. Oh, vegetable.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
At last, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
Old Montague Street. North Street.
Sorry, I'm working. I can't open the door.
North Street. There's nobody at home. Dorset Street.
Tis our home, Mr. Holmes.
Glue. Probably taken from a wall. The old Tabard pub, North Street.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young, too. Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance. Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup, a clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
So that's why you came to see me. Tom probably reads at night. Tom probably reads at night. It's too dark. I can't see anything.
I hope you'll find my father soon. I hope you'll find my father soon.
A leather satchel, what's in it? Just some old things. The old Tabard pub? Did you hear anything about it from your father, Tom?
My father's a regular, but he's not a drinker, sir. It's close by on North Street.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need to earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
The longer the picket line, the shorter the strike.
Child labour law sent you.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from
the
here.
coal mine.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
The longer the picket line, the shorter the strike.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Dump the bosses off your backs.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we molt.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol.
The longer the picket line, the shorter the strike.
It's not him.
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
This must be the man that I'm looking for. Interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Don't lose him.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheap!
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what meat tastes.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Take a brush and get in there.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
What are you waiting for?
Who do we have here? Get him!
Stupid kid. Take a brush and get in there. Stop crying and get to work.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
What are you waiting for?
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stupid kid. What are you waiting for?
Please, you don't have to beat him. I'll do it. I'll clean the chimney.
Go on then.
He's still here, that's a relief.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
What are you doing in my garden?
No place to hide here. I'd better go through the yard. I know that boy. He's Shoeshine Jim from Chambers Street. Hey Jim, can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes. fall asleep? What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning. He's talking with a cabbie. I need to get closer.
Alas, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now.
Well, first of all...
I've lost him. I can't lose him now.
Well, first of all...
Interesting. What's going on in the yard?